Shalom, shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Rahakwa and salutations to the elders, to the apostles, the bishops, the brothers who are laboring in truth, working diligently, to you sincere sisters who taking care of your home, loving your husband, loving your children, taking care of yourself, loving the Most High, honoring Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and doing the work in your homes, raising your kids correctly. All right. So we got another showcase of a classic one. It's going to be a classic because he's just another dummy that made the books of all dummyism. Okay, you got this young man right here. All right, let's read it. It says, in 2021, P.J. Washington was forced to pay $200K a month in child support for 18 years after ex-wife secretly filed for divorce 2 weeks after giving birth to child. Now, this guy's a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at this girl. This bitch she looked fucking special ed. She looked stupid. He get married to another bird. She saw what the first bitch did, so she went to do the same thing. He has no taste in women. He don't understand. Like, that's why it's important for men to raise men up. I'm quite sure this man didn't have no real father figure or father to tell him and what to look for in these women, man. Fathers are supposed to tell their sons of what modern society is doing and teach your son spiritual values so that your son could be aware of what's going on in this world. So that as he know it as small, right, as a young age, he already know what to do and how to face these things. You know what I mean? I don't want my son to ever go through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because before that shit would happen, man, I'm going to make that chick that he's dealing with a hard fucking time. She gonna hate all of us. Because you ain't gonna treat my son, especially my son is trying to love you and trying to be right with you. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to dog him and do him wrong over some fucking pay. That's why I tell these young niggas, man. You know, I'm just calling y'all niggas, man, because that's how you guys come off as, man. Y'all niggas, man, and this is a nigga move, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna learn, man. You gonna learn. A lot of y'all never gonna learn. How many times that we gotta keep seeing this shit? It's like you niggas want to do this. Anthony Edwards, Karl Malone. This been going on way before then. Once they passed this law on child support, you niggas was screwed, man. And listen, when you get with these type of women and you an athlete, all you niggas do is fall in love because you guys don't have no experience with women. All you was doing is just playing ball, getting your skill set up, and making sure you get to late to take care of your mom and buy a house. That's all you think about, you fucking idiot. You got to have experience with women. You got to treat them as such. Why you think like niggas don't have status like this? Know how to treat women. Know how to treat them because you don't have no experience. I don't feel bad because this is what y'all constantly do. You guys see this over and over and think, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. No, nigga, you too. You're not exempt. So now, you portraying that you're married and now you gotta pay $200K a month to a bitch for 18 years. Do what Anthony Edwards did. Pay the whole shit off. And that's it. But see, this is the thing I gotta look at, because is this only applying for athletes where they can pay the whole shit off and get away with it and say that, all right, they scot free, all right, that was a bill, good. But then it comes to like regular niggas, they got good salaries out here, good jobs, they gotta keep paying all the way to 18 and they can't, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of money because a lot of niggas don't got that kind of money to pay that bill up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do not have money to pay for 18 years straight up. You just don't. I don't care how much overtime you do. I don't care if you're making great, you got a great salary. Money like that, if you don't got it in one bulk of a lump sum, you ain't gonna pay that shit off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this only apply for people that have a lump sum money and they can just pay that shit off. I don't know how that works. I really got to look into that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this man's a fool. Fool me once, right? Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And that's what this dude is, man. He's a fool. He keep falling in love. Stop falling in love with these fucking birds. But Jake, you gonna learn, man. You gonna learn. Eve is using you as a money tool. Look at this. Come on, let's go back to this bird. This bitch look fucking retarded. Look at this one at the bottom right here. This one right here. This one right here. Look at this one. Looks stupid. What kind of fucking look is this? This is fucking crazy. He looks special ed. They all look special ed, man. You know what I mean? And you gonna learn, nigga. You gonna learn. When you dealing with these birds and you got a high status, high pay, they only care about your money. They do not care about you. She knew you was a sucker once you started proposing to her. Don't marry a bird. And you fucking these girls without a condom. Protect yourself, man. And you niggas be pillow talking with these girls, showing what you got in your account, doing this and doing that. I want to see what this nigga's salary is. Hold on, y'all. All right, this is his name is PJ Washington. He played for Dallas Mavericks, a power forward, 26 years old, born 1998, young nigga, experienced 6 years in the league, country U.S., played in Kentucky. All right. Career earnings is $50 million. Okay. I never even heard of this dude. I never heard of this dude within the last 6 years. So he must not be that good. He's probably a decent player. All right, let's look at this. 2019 to 2012, a rookie. He signed a 12-year deal. All right, average salary was $3 million a year. Including tax, it said total incentive is 1.5 million, and the rest was going to be 500,000. And then, let me see. Okay, then in 2023. He signed a 3-year deal for $46 million, right? So average salary went up to $15 million. All right. Okay. Look, she could get all his information on here. All his information on the website. So when she presents this shit to the lawyer, they're gonna see what he's making. Yo, I don't like these fucking lawyers that be helping these fucking bitches get money from these niggas, man. Y'all ain't, them lawyers that do that shit, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Now, let's go to, all right, so he only been in the league for 6 years, so he's probably playing a little decent in order for him to get the type of cash value. All right? So, yeah, so this man, come on, like, you know, you're allowing this woman to get access to your money. She haven't earned one dime. She had never played ball on the court and never went in the gym slaying that ball in that rim. You've been sacrificing time and years just to give it up to a bitch easy because of pussy. You's a fucking idiot, nigga. You're a fucking idiot. Let me see injuries. Nah, man. Okay, all right. He injury prone. He gets hurt too much. Yeah. So they use all of this. Right. Look at this. Let's look at this. Nah, I don't want to do that. Oh, he played for Dallas, right? So you know what? Let's go here. Okay. All right. Here's a breakdown. Total is 50, right? In taxes, he paid $1 million and some change in taxes. Then he's paying state tax because every time they go on a away game, they got to pay a state tax in that respective state. So if they go to New York, they got to pay a New York state tax. When he's in Arizona, or Phoenix, whatever, he got to pay that state tax. Or Utah, he got to pay the respective state taxes there. I think Miami, they don't pay state tax, so he has to pay, I believe it's federal tax. So I don't think they pay state taxes in Miami. If I'm wrong, you brothers and sisters can leave a comment, you know what I'm saying, if you live in that respective state. I don't know how it works in Florida, whatever. But anyway, you have, all right, he made $10 million, he paid taxes, so he only saw $4 million out of that. And between the cash value, he's paid $2 million. I think he paid $2 million and whatever $2 million was left over from the cash. All right, so he paid. So he received $10 million in plus. He paid $4 million out with taxes, fees, etc. And that shit's going out to child support. So the next year he got $5 million. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. I apologize. I did this wrong. 2019, he $3 million. The $7 million. Let me see. It was $12 million. So from the first year, he received $3 million. So he was on a budget. It went up $1 million. It went up 187,000. Then the final year he went up $1 million, right? And then he signed a big contract from transition from New Orleans to Dallas. So that's when he received that $46 million for the 3 years, right? So it transitioned from 5 all the way. From 2023 to 2025. Excuse me. Yeah. So he's basically increases his salary based on his performance, and in total he made $64 million, but only $50 million. So I mean so $14 million was paid out in taxes, fees, child support. That's a lot of fucking money, man. That's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of money, man. And then he got to pay another child support again? If I was him, he better play harder and get like a $195 million deal for 3 years. You better work your ass off in that gym. But guess what? Now it's going to increase. Because now they're going to see everything you get. Because they put it on a public platforms where everybody can see. But everybody can see. The most guys in the world that have less experience of dealing with women is athletes. They do not know how to deal with women because they don't have time for women. And when they get involved with a woman, they think the first woman that they come across is wifey. You are an idiot. Men in the world like myself, meaning like in a normal world where we're not into sports, we understand women. We have experience. We know how to deal with them. You brothers do not understand. And that's the thing with the NBA too. Some people keep saying, oh, the NBA needs to teach these men how to be more responsible with their money. No, they don't. They don't have to teach men nothing. You're a grown-ass man. You need to know how to control your money and have discipline. They don't gotta teach them shit. But they still need a program how to have finances, how to deal with them accordingly when it comes to like tax bracket, to understand how money's being spent and teaching young men how to allocate their money when you go into these different states. They don't teach that. They're not going to teach a man. They're not going to teach a man. They're not going to teach a man. Okay. How to be a man, how to discipline himself with his own money. They're not going to do that. It's not the NBA's job. But the NBA is letting their athletes get destroyed and crushed by women. They don't care about that. The NBA do not give a fuck about women. They only care about using you. That's it. The white man don't give a fuck about you. He only care about getting his bread. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you guys gonna learn, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys gonna learn. All right? And you guys gonna keep going through this because every day, you're gonna sit and reflect like, damn, I wish I never did that. And then as time goes on, you hear ex-NBA players or ex-NFL players talk about child support, talk about the women that did this and that did that. And they say they telling young fellas, yo, don't listen, be mindful. But you see, there's only so much you can tell them, because they're gonna do it anyway. I don't got those issues. I think Yahweh Shem Shah, I don't got those issues, man. For real. All right. Hold on, y'all. All right, guys. So let's read this one caption. It says, "I really do believe that there is an exclusive opportunity club that these women be in, and they meet once a week at a round table to discuss how to plot on dummies." Okay. She said, it says, Steven Arena Jr. said she had that plan from day one. Trey Planter said money could have went to a permanent problem solver. Okay, he's right. V. Marino, he said he knew what he was bumping with, so he got bumped. There you go. You know what time it is. You allow yourself to get with these type of women, and you want to fall in love because the cat is wet, and you in love. Come on, man. Marcus Drain, he said 43 million when it's said and done. Shit, I'll be right around looking like that dude from the Carolina Panthers. Right, talking about I think he's talking about Cam Newton, yeah. LLA Development. They have a realty person is coming and said, this makes me realize how special MJ and Rodman are. They never got caught up with the snow bunnies. Sergio Panito did him good, clown. And Trevor Jones said the NBA needs to do a better job of educating these young millionaires. I said that, but that's not their job. They don't have to teach men nothing. They don't got to teach grown men nothing. These young brothers, most of whom don't come from money, need to be taught financial acuity. I said that part. They need financial courses. You can't teach men how to like someone that you want them to feel sorry for because they losing their money. That's on them. They're making a bad investment. Once you know understand about good investment, you know that woman is not a good investment. She's not. She's a liability. Okay, she's not an asset. All right? And the pitfalls of being rich and in the public eye. Gold diggers, scammers, and fraudulent individuals are circling overhead, which is right. The one thing I disagree with is that the NBA needs to do a better job. They don't gotta teach men how to do nothing with their money. You teach financial tools and situations and let them invest it. If they want to keep investing into a woman, which he get no return, fuck them. That's on him. You don't get another check. And mind you, when you get to a certain age, you don't get the same check like you used to. The older you get, the money goes down. But as you're in your prime, you probably get more money in your prime. But you know, what can I say? But anyway. Oh, it says, it said he's still with his wife. He's a dummy. Okay, so at the end of the day, you guys got to be more mindful of what you're doing with your money. Stop letting these women win. Young men, if you see a woman that's worthy worthy of it, and she love you for you, and she care about you, and the money just come with it, and she love you for you, then you marry that girl if you want to. But to my recollect and to my understanding and experience, if you're already married, you got to deal with it. Like me, I'm already married, so I got to deal with it. But if it was up to my choice, I wouldn't even do it. You understand? So I see the downfall of men. Don't do it. You understand? But sometimes if you find a woman that's really loving and she care for you, and she's gonna be there for you. That's why I married my wife, because I married my wife because I'm the one. I was her first that you know that popped her cherry. You understand? So it's only right for me to be with her and stay with her. No other woman is coming to take her place. I don't give a damn. None of you women are not taking my wife's place. You're not taking her place. And once I get rid of her, there's no other woman that's gonna be a wife. You're not gonna be a wife. I'm gonna enjoy my life, enjoy myself, and stay away from y'all. And if I deal with you from time to time, cool. Other than that, I will never ever get another wife to do this all over again. I'm not doing that. And that's what it is. If you don't like it, cool. Well, I can wait to the kingdom, because I had plenty of women. At the end of the day, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna start that shit again. So because I see the bullshit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I see everything that's going on. Okay? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I hope you guys was edified. Shalom.